So then, like, you kind of don't. You more so want to use that power to like suppress people than kill them, because then essentially you might kill yourself.
Or they get waterboarded. I feel like this
Definitely
some
sword.
type of avatar.
Stop.
My boy is Aang, baby.
The next Airbender. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Herbal Synergies, the shop. I'm your host, as always, Sinji, and with me, my co-host Urbe.
What up?
I swear that intro gets like worse and worse instead of better and better.
Sometimes you got it, you bring it, and some days you don't bring it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But guys, episode 70. So you already know what it is. Lord Infamous with us for another tournament. What's up?
Fellas.
We have a doozy of a tournament, but before we get into that, real quick, does anyone have anything they've seen or read within the last week that really caught their eye? You know what I'm talking about? Flavor of the week.
There was just so much with the flavors of the wikis that I don't even have anything
I can
to
kick it
bring
off.
up. Yeah, you go and kick that thing off.
Uh, I've been watching Tomodachi Game. I don't know if y'all heard of it.
That's on my list. That is on my list.
I think I'll get ready
It's
to start watching that myself.
it's pretty damn dope. And my flavor, without spoiling,
Nah, spoil
is
that thing.
nah.
Spilt milk that thing.
On the last episode, basically the main MC punked a gang member using mind games. So my boy asked him why he thinks he's a good leader, and then he basically turned it around and showed everybody why he isn't. Uh, but y'all understand once you see it.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard not to spoil it, but
Yeah, no,
Nah,
no, no.
my boy
I've
just
seen
did.
spoil
clips
it.
on it on Instagram, but like just reading the description, it made my list. I stupidly forgot that Overlord wasn't your suggestion. Wasn't your pick. It was my pick because you wanted us to watch it, and I just kind of forced it on Irby. So when Overlord finished, which I have been watching, the new season, when Overlord finished, I thought like, oh, how are me and Irby gonna decide this? So I picked a list of animes, and then he picked from my list things he didn't mind watching. And then once we started it, I realized, oh, it was my slot. I could have picked anything, and he would have had to watch it.
Yeah, that's why I kept saying, dog, pick one.
And now we're just stuck with
You,
this etchy ass fucking how to not summon a demon.
My God, the second season is so disappointing.
Oh,
I ain't even watched the first season yet.
oh. But my flavor this week was just, without giving away anything, was seeing Endorsey Jihad again,
Yes, sir.
and
I
and and
saw that on today,
yo, anticipating what's coming.
bruh.
Mm,
My boy about to have a harem.
Mm.
We're
this
here
might
for it.
be nice.
So Irby, nothing.
I watch a lot of stuff, but nothing sticks this week. I guess. Yeah,
Surprisingly,
I did finish the Misfit of Demon Academy. That was nice.
yo, that
Hey,
was so dope. I'm so sad they're not gonna have a second season.
Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe I'll start reading this, and then I looked, I was like, oh, Arthur's dead. So I was like,
Stop.
ooh.
bruh.
I was like,
I'm sad about that.
They might do a second season. I think they got co-writers. I said they might carry it on.
They might
oh,
try. We'll see. We'll see how it turns
yeah,
out.
because
If he's not flexing, I don't want to watch it.
it looked like he like they wrapped it up like it was just nice and like everything ended and he came back and then I was like, oh, they could end with this if they really wanted to end it, but now I was like, dang, they didn't. Yeah, I started watching Banished from the Heroes Party, so I decided to lead a quiet life. But um, that was a good one too.
I
Enjoyed that for sets up.
I just started watching the knockoff to Slime. So I'm a spider. So what? It's not bad. I mean, it's hard to compare to slime. Starts like pretty much the same, but it's not bad.
Yeah. Oh, I do have another suggestion. Dororo.
I couldn't get into it. I tried.
What?
Oh wait. Dororo or Durara?
The
One
one
has
with
like
the
one's
guy
like
with the
a
missing parts.
yeah, the swordsman. I do want to
Yeah.
watch that. Where'd you watch it?
Amazon.
Amazon. I do have Amazon. All right, cool. Bet.
That shit is fire, bro. Like
I saw a
that
clip
was a
of
that
it.
was
And
a
I was
real
like, bro, I
sleeper.
want to watch this. Where do I watch it? I don't know.
Yeah, watch it.
It's like a realistic
Stop.
Demon Slayer type thing.
Except with the not getting your ass beat so much and breathing to the fight.
I say, ain't that it's a manga too? Because I think it's gonna come out. Because I was like, oh, that looks like one I'm about to read, and I just never
Damn.
started reading it.
All right, Irby, this is your theme, so you want to take the reins on explaining?
No. All right, so for this tournament, I had an idea of making abilities that one would like to have, but the drawback was going to be it had to have a weakness. So thinking of all sorts of abilities and weaknesses, got the creative juices flowing. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's going to be which one you would rather have ability wise. So
As
sound
always,
about good?
best of 3 voting.
Yeah.
And we actually have a
Yes,
bracket for
sir.
third place. I don't know if you guys see that in the bottom like corner over there.
Bronze match.
Yeah.
Maybe I ought to make it
Dang.
a little bit bigger so I can seize it.
Yeah, no problem. So we're basically gonna run down the entire list of abilities first, and then steamroll. What would we rather have? Some of some of the decisions might be harder than others, but I don't know. Some of the drawbacks are kind of brutal. Like
Yeah.
I won't name anything, but being wet is included.
Hey yo.
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So the first ability is Irby's. The lightning ability in all forms, but the drawback is you're basically solar charged. Go ahead and explain that.
So my little thought process rationale was I guess you can liken it to like the ability of Electro, where you're kind of you could control lightning, you could become lightning. I was thinking you could put up a magnetic field around yourself so that you could like detect people coming in or trying to attack you. So it gives you all sorts of offensive and defensive capabilities. But the drawback would be that you can only discharge your energy with ever how much you stored up by being in the sun. So you can have energy for days, or if you expel bunch of energy and attack, you're basically helpless until you can recharge. So that was my thought process. Store it up for days. Stay out. You can stay in the sun. Cloudy days probably wouldn't be too great for you. So that's what I got.
All right,
Yo.
next ability is mine. It's basically what it says. You can control water, but like you need a different source. You can't just like make it out of like thin air like the Katara from Avatar. You can't just like pull it from humidity and things like that. Like whether it's a fire hydrant or like a pool or the ocean, like you need to be around a source of water to control it.
Yeah.
Next one, another Irby. Be the perfect warrior, but you can't feel happiness of any kind. That's brutal.
Yeah. It's so my process on this one. I was like, my good buddy kind of doesn't have any emotions when it comes to certain things, and so I was thinking, the perfect warrior, you kind of kill off all your emotions and such. So with this, you be a good fighter, a good swords player, but nothing you ever do in life will bring you any happiness, or you not be able to feel any emotions or anything. And I call this the Sinji ability,
I
because
resent that.
you kind of got to be soulless too. So
I resent that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what was the next one? Oh, mine again. All right, this one I don't really know what I was thinking when I thought this one, but like I thought it'd be an interesting drawback. Like you can shift from like a metal man to being as light as a feather, so like someone heavy who can lay a solid hit or someone who can like jump really high, but the like drawback is there is no you have no control over it. It just happens randomly. So that you can be you can be jumping in the sky and then like boom, turn into a metal man and crash into the earth. Um next one. Oh, mine again. You can control shadows, but like you can never be in the sunlight. So like your shadow ability is endless. So you control all shadows in the dark, in the night, and command it whatever however you wish. Whether you want to like make daggers or like um, cut something in half and like just hold somebody. That's all within your ability. It's literally limitless, but you will never see daylight again. The next one is my one that I really couldn't think of anymore, but you can basically be a rubber man like Luffy from One Piece, but you have no control over yourself in the summer. Like your body just kind of goes limp and like drags around, it extends itself, and in the winter it stiffens up, so like you barely can move your arms and whatnot. In the fall and the spring, though, perfect. Another one of Irby's. Start and stop time, but each time you do, it takes a day off your lifespan.
Yeah, for this one, I thought it'd be interesting because, of course, there's always those abilities where people they look like they're not moving or they're stopping time. So I was thinking with this, you would be able to start and stop, but you lose a day off for each time you start and stop time. So it's nice you can avoid attacks and survive, but then at the same time you're killing yourself later. So it's a good one.
I think this one's also you, Irby. Perfectly counter enemies for 3 hours, and then you're paralyzed for the day after, I believe.
No, as soon as the 3 hours are done,
Oh, then you're
you're
paralyzed for a
down.
day.
Yeah. So for this one, I was thinking I kind of liken this to. I'm trying to think of a person that always you essentially could say this similar to Bam, where he's always getting better with his techniques and getting stronger and overcoming his opponents. Or you could even say it's like Goku, where you start,
Nah, ain't nobody
y-
beating Goku.
yeah. Um, Sometimes it happens that way, but you'll be able to counter and do everything, and then you end up paralyzed for 3 days, can't move a muscle, or it's even like
I like that.
yeah, him or what's that assassin classroom teacher name? We did his ultimate
Oh, Kuroko
defense.
Sensei.
Yeah, yeah, where he did it, and then he couldn't move at all. So
Okay, next one is finally Lord Infamous. You have super strength, but you're immortal.
Yeah, so my thinking is that your super strength goes into your health, your life, everything. You're not just strong with physically, you're strong mentally. Um, yeah, so the thing is, you cannot die. And I know this sounds crazy, but nobody wants to live forever. My nigga, I barely want to live till 70, goddamn it. So it's
Hey,
like,
that's my line.
so it's like, you got all these strengths, you're not going to die. You age, I would say you age up to a certain age, maybe like 25, like a peak age type thing. And then stop aging. And as you go on, you see everybody you love die, you gotta restart. Um, See everybody you love grow up, die, start all over again. I feel like that'd just be a headache within itself. Oh,
sound like a good time to me.
damn.
The next one is Irby's. You can create anything in your mind, but you lose an hour of your life in the process.
No, this wasn't anything in your mind. This was the.
Oh, you can
I
just
think that might
create
be
anything?
yours. Yeah. Yeah. So for this one, I was like, it'd be real cool if you just make a sword when you need a sword, or you could create a shield when you need a shield. Even create fire or electricity or whatever ability you need. But on the drawback, you lose. What did we? Was it a day or an hour? Did we say?
Uh,
I
you
think it
said
was.
an hour.
Yeah, you lose an hour off anything. So like anything you create, you lose an hour. So I can create a shield and sword. That's 2 hours off my life. I can create a shovel and trench or something to fortify. That's another 2 hours. It's little things that adds up. That's going to get you in the grand scheme. So great ability to have. Nice
Like
little
the complete
drawback.
opposite.
You said what?
So it's like the complete opposite.
Yeah, polar opposites. That's also a good show. I
Yeah,
can
they are
watch that one
actually. Yeah.
too.
Now that I think about it,
Yeah,
immortality versus shortening your life.
yeah.
All right, next one might be my vote for the worst, fucking worst one. I would
Bro.
hate this. You know what? If I woke up in an isekai one day and like I had this ability, just kill me.
All right, let me explain myself before you do all that.
Yeah, all right, hold on. Let me explain it. So you can breathe underwater, but you can't swim well. You can't swim well.
Yeah, so doggy paddling is allowed. My thing is, everybody wants to know what's deep down in the ocean, and obviously your body's gonna be built to withstand the pressure and the water. So my thing is, you can go down there, uh, live, check out all the animals, bring some of that shit up, and take over. That's my thinking. You let the fish swim. Uh, you can ride them. The only thing is, you just can't keep up.
So you
You
can
just can't
ride the
keep up
fish.
underwater. Outside of the water, you're a normal person, so it's. But in any type of water, you can sit down there. You can even live in the water. Under the sea. Shout out Little Mermaid. But
how do you defend yourself when it comes to like the predators under the water?
The other fish you can control.
Oh,
I ain't say
we're
mind
straight up
control, but
Aquaman now.
I ain't say that. That's just
I'm just
you take
curious, like
your
what happens if I'm under
chances. Take
this
your
water
chances.
and a shark pull up?
I think the shark would be more baffled than hype.
That thing, an apex predator.
what
It
the
ain't
what the
gonna
hell
be
is this thing
baffled.
doing down here?
Yeah, I would say because yeah, this sounds terrible.
All
Great
right.
value Aquaman.
Hey,
Um,
it's okay.
and my boy's also got the next one with his X-ray vision, but your eyes burn more and more, and like burns out after 15 seconds. If I recall that.
Yeah, so you're basically limited to 15 seconds of good X-ray vision. After that, you're damn near killing yourself with how bad the burn is. I think that is sufficient enough time to look at what you want to look at and dip out. Um, I would say it's like a downtime type thing. The more you use it, the more downtime it is. I haven't put a number on it, um, but let's just say it increases by the minute each time you use it. Cooldown total would be a day. Uh, yeah, so X-ray vision, see anything, 15 seconds, your limiter. Over
Okay.
that, it burns your eyes, and you get a cooldown.
Does your eyes burn the entire time you're like waiting for the cooldown?
No,
Okay,
it's
all
just
right.
burning as you use it.
Little.
Essentially, you could lose sight in your eyes the longer you use it. But I don't. That's a weird one because it's like, what do you need X-ray vision for so long? Unless you're doing reconnaissance, which
I'm
that'd be
saying
helpful.
it's a good thing.
Hey man,
But
15 seconds is long enough. You
I
don't
think
have to
all
do too much.
teenagers want X-ray vision.
nah, I didn't care too much for X-ray vision.
Oh my bad.
I'll take
I
it.
always, I always wanted to fly.
I would love to fly. I couldn't think of a good drawback for flying.
I told you, dog.
I don't know about that, dog. I would never fly if I got heavier every time I jumped off the ground.
Yeah, it's only when
Yeah,
you take off a flight though. But you gotta think about it this way too. Your body would get used to the weight after a while.
What if I never hit the ground?
That you never gain any weight.
Mm,
So you could just sit up on a perch
Just hover.
like a tree. No, you could actually be like a bird person in a tree.
Stop. No, that sounds terrible.
It's like living in the ocean with water powers, dog.
I think I'd rather live
Yeah.
in the ocean.
You could build your nice little tree house up there because that's not the ground. So
Well, you're still stepping on something.
yeah, what
Don't that
it's
count?
well the ground more specifically is what I'm talking about.
So if I had like a penthouse apartment and
Yeah.
like I was on some Iron Man shit and only like entered and left through like the window, would that
The-
would that account?
yeah, I think it. All right, I put it
Stipulations
for the.
right there.
I say for the purpose of this, you can only fly with your wings. So eventually your wings will get tired. So
Oh, I
you'll have
got
to land on the
wings.
ground.
Gay.
I mean, if in that scenario, I would say
I'm thinking I'm
wings.
Superman and some shit, bro. Just flying through the sky.
Like cape, nigga, not wings.
I mean, for the purpose of that one, like that's what I was saying about that turd. But
Every
you talk
time you
about
land, you get more feathers, and the feathers get heavier.
yeah. Because if not, then it would have no drawback, you know. So,
Oh
but
my god.
let's say
Like,
you're able to fly at supersonic speed with your wings. Like one flap gets you 5 miles in 3 seconds, or the second or some shit. You know.
All right,
I
we're
can't.
spending a lot
I
of time on this power that ain't even in the tournament. But I have a question for you. You
I
ever saw
have an
that? You
answer
saw
for
that
you.
Superman movie where like Lois Lane almost died, so he like flew around really fast and spun the Earth backwards to reverse time.
Yeah.
Now, if I landed on the ground and got heavier, could I do that? Could I like spin the Earth backwards
nigga, you already landed.
to like
Yeah.
reverse the landing? I don't know.
No.
Yeah. No, it don't work.
I
Like
didn't think so.
that.
All right, moving on. I think this is. I think this is you again, my boy. Can learn any skill by watching it, but you forget the previous one you learned.
So I thought this was cool. You know, it can be, doesn't have to be a superpower. It can be like a mechanic work or riding a bike. You know, any type of skill in life, including superpowers. The only catch is that if you learn another skill, you forget the previous skill. Uh, so you learn how to fly. Uh, you can either stay flying your whole life or you look at something else. Cool, I want to be a mechanic now. You look at a mechanic, but that doesn't mean you can't go back. You can always go back to the previous skill. You just
Yo,
gotta watch it again.
though I don't know why. I just pictured the line from Kakashi. And it's like, I'm Kakashi Hatake, the copycat ninja. I've copied 1,000 jutsu, and I forgot 999 of them.
Yeah, and the prerequisite for this is you have to kill your whole family.
No.
For little
Nah,
Tachi. Nah,
we're
I'm
not
just
hateful
kidding.
over here.
Yeah.
All right, next one is Irby. The ability to control all elements, but those
Yeah.
elements themselves hurt you, correct?
Yeah. So for this one, I thought about be able to use fireballs, ice magic, wind magic, electricity. They all have their drawback. Like fire, you get burned. Ice, you'll get frostbite. Uh, Electricity, I would say you get like paralysis. Winds, you get some cuts. You know, and then water. You know, you might get a lung full of water, or you get real pruny.
It's
One
like
of
a
the two.
lung full of water. Holy shit, dude. That sounds like
Yeah.
death.
So
Something. You know, there's really not a drawback for using water because what are we like 80-90% water or something they say. So it's
Might be
like,
the only one I use.
yeah. So I think your hand gets all pruny. We'll just say that.
What would be the
So-
drawback for wind, you guys think?
is this immediately or is this as you use it?
I would say for the purpose of this, after you use it. And so once you finish up your fireball, that's when it hits you.
Okay, so like, since you said that, in my head, I'm like, because
And you
we
just
said there's no real
continuously
drawback
use
to
water.
water, right? But like, if you're using water to hurt your enemy, like the guy you're facing, life and death, and then the same thing happens to you because you know it's your drawback, you get hurt by the same element. then that could be like the penalty. Like you shove water down this guy's throat. So then, like, you kind of don't. You more so want to use that power to like suppress people than kill them, because then essentially you might kill yourself.
Or they get waterboarded. I feel like this is some type of Avatar.
Stop.
My boy is Aang, baby.
The next Airbender.
Well, I did think of Aang. I saw there was just I forgot what I was watching, but they were using fire, and the girl, she really couldn't control fire, so she ended up burning herself. So I was like, might be on something there.
All right, and the last two, me and Irby were kind of like similar minds, and it's very ironic that they or coincidental, I would say, they ended up facing each other, both teleporting abilities.
Setup.
What's up?
So it's a setup. You do it every time.
Yeah, he do.
I did the randomize in
They did a
front of
shuffle.
you. What? 3 times, Irby? 3 times?
He cheating, y'all.
Oh,
He
Just so you
did.
know.
all right. So Irby's first. You can teleport within 1,000 meters of a radius, but what was the drawback? A couple seconds before you can do it again.
Yeah, there's a 2-second cooldown before you can use your ability again. So I figured
I still don't think that one's that bad.
I mean, if you're matched up with someone that gets off instantaneous attacks, then you got to absorb the attack and then teleport away, which gives you damage still. But for the purpose of this one, I did want it like a 5-mile radius, but I was like 5 square miles is a lot of ground to cover. So I was like, you won't be able to be defeated that easily. So I was like, 1,000 feet's long enough to where you could. I mean, 1,000 meters is long enough to where you could just evade an attack. So, in 2 seconds, it's long enough where you can be attacked, but still short enough where you can flee. So,
If it got paired up with that all elements ability, essentially you could probably make yourself as fast as lightning, right?
you said what? Yeah.
Nigga creating skills over here.
Hey,
Dude.
listen, innovative. All right, and
Yeah.
mine's was you can teleport, but only to where like you throw an object, and it's only as far as you throw that object. So like if you had a pebble, like a pouch of pebbles or some throwing knives, like you can almost like the fourth Hokage, you can like swap places with that object, but like it has to be within the few seconds that you threw it.
You gotta have a strong arm for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got a good idea who I'm voting for in all these.
I think I do too. So let's, without further ado, let's begin the tournamente.
Write that thing on up.
All right, round 1. The lightning ability in all forms, but you have to basically solar charge it, and then control water, but you need a source for it.
I'm gonna go with the lightning.
I agree.
I also agree if I can figure out how to.
I'd say because if you think about it, sometimes you're not going to be in
Around
position where you're
water,
near
yeah, you're not
water.
gonna be around
Yeah.
water, yeah.
So
I think. Hey, listen. As far as drawbacks go, I thought it was a good drawback.
like if
Well, you can
I don't
use
know
your
for
body.
What? What's up?
Use your body.
Nah.
You can
bro.
store water. You can carry water.
you
like
use you have like a gourd, but that's
Water
not
bender.
that's not gonna be enough per se to.
And you ain't gonna want to
full scale.
carry that.
Yeah,
Water
water's
gets
heavy.
heavy, dog.
You're like guard dog.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
mean,
get
it's fire
strong.
hydrants everywhere. Like, you get a. If you live in the city, you'll have access, I guess.
But if you're in like a mythical old school anime where the castles and the great
Nah,
mountaintops,
you're
you're
doing
not
too
gonna
much.
get.
You're
Yeah,
doing-
that's why I was like, I don't know, that's the ability I want to have.
All right, round 2, or match 2. Be the perfect warrior, but you can't feel happiness of any. Fuck you, Irby. or shifts from metal man to as light as a feather, but it happens randomly.
I'm gonna go with the ultimate warrior because
Yeah.
if I'm going from light to dark, I just be walking, I just fall and crush somebody, and that's
Listen,
a charge
I'm
right there.
okay with that. At least Even if I feel guilt, at least I'll feel happiness in my metal light as a feather world. I'm rooting for me.
I'm a ruthless nigga.
Yeah.
All right. Can control shadows, but can never be in the sun. You become a sorry, Luffy, but I'm more of a. I like the shadow ability. I don't like the sun anyway.
Well,
You
I think
guys,
it might be rubber might be nice. I find me a nice
you ain't gonna be able
nice
to enjoy the summer or
temperate.
the winter.
Those both seasons I hate, baby. Shoot. I mean, you find a nice temperate climate and you'll be okay. So, yeah, I don't want, yeah, definitely.
Florida.
Somewhat. Florida
You ain't
is
never
hot
gonna have
though.
control your body.
Yeah, Florida's hot.
You ass Florida, bro.
Yeah, I would say, but the shadows is nice. But I do like to frolic in the sun. So I don't know.
I'm good
I
in the
like the sun.
darkness.
Yeah, that's because your soul's dark.
Hey, whatever. Pete with the there I broke it. There it is.
Shadows.
Shadows. Hey, I made it past the first round with one.
Mm,
All right, start and stop time, but each time it takes a day off your lifespan, or perfectly counter enemy for 3 hours, and then paralyzed for a day right after 3 hours are up.
Just stop, baby.
I like perfect counter does sound nice.
That drawback a little too
Yeah.
much. Like, what
Yeah,
if you
but
don't finish it
You're
in three
basically taking a
hours?
day off your life anyway. Shit, you paralyzed for the whole day.
yeah,
Yeah,
What you
you know
gonna
what?
do?
You know what? How did you
yeah.
think? Irby, which one of you?
I mean, you do have a good life. I mean, if you have a nice party of hero team members, they take
Hey,
care of
listen,
you.
you're free to pick that if you want.
Attach them to the body.
Yeah. You said what?
Yeah.
You.
So they're going to attach them to the body, carry them around.
He's a
Yeah.
mummy for the rest of
Nah,
the
but
24 hours.
Hey, somebody pick that nigga up. They
he's
just leave you
dead.
dirty sitting in the sun.
What do you have
Yeah,
like dick party members and like they make a puppet out of your body?
Right.
yeah. That's the other thing I was thinking. Like, what if one of your party member hates you and it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna cut him open.
Oh my
They can't
god,
do nothing about
defenseless,
that.
just defenseless.
Yeah, yeah.
You still going with the bottom one?
No, start and stop time.
All right, all right.
But I did like the perfect counter though. It just that scenario wasn't good pairing.
Ignore this typo, but super strength, but you are immortal, and then can create anything in your mind, but you lose an hour, or can create anything, but you lose an hour in your life. Call me crazy, but when I said I don't want to live to like past 70, in this scenario, I'm only living up to 25 and like I'm stuck. I think I would take the immortality. I don't got a soul anyway, so it's not like I'm gonna miss too many people.
I'll go with immortality and this.
I
This
go to
one.
creation, baby.
I'm okay with
Create a
that.
whole lot of stuff. You can create a time machine and just keep going back in time.
Ain't nobody want to do that, dog. I ain't trying to relive shit. Um. All right, you can brief underwater. It's so bad every time I read it.
Hater.
It's so bad.
Real than water, but
I
can't
don't even,
swim.
I don't even want to read the bottom one. I just want to give my vote to the bottom one. You can breathe underwater, but you can't swim. X-ray vision, but your eyes burn out slowly until 15 seconds, and like they burn in process, and you have a cooldown.
E. I'll go with X-ray.
Yeah, I'll say X-ray. Cause I do enjoy swimming.
Oh, but you still can swim, Irby.
Can't
You want to take that vote
yeah,
back?
you can still
Nah,
swim.
Okay, we
I'm
can
talking
make it
about
2-1. That's fine.
swimming competitively.
It's not gonna win if you change your vote. I just
I ain't trying to be in the dark depths with them ugly fishes that's gonna eat me.
oh, that's fine. All right, can learn any skill by watching, but you always forget the previous skill. I have a question about this. This might determine my vote. When you say forget the previous skill, do you mean like you forget that you ever learned it, or you just can't do it?
Can't do it again.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
But you
So
can
like
you
you
can
still
relearn
know.
it if you want.
Gotcha. Okay, or against the ability to control elements, but it hurts you as well. I think I'd rather have the skill,
Skill.
the watching and then forgetting the previous one.
I think that's pretty fire. Like you can make an anime out of that shit.
They
Yeah.
did, and it's called Kakashi of Naruto.
Nah, bro. He knows all of them. He just only uses like 5.
Right.
Yeah. Nah,
Irby?
I don't know. It would be nice to control the elements. Call me
I'm
the
just trying not to get burned,
Stormbringer.
you know what I'm saying?
Just fuck your
Yeah.
life up each time you want to use it.
Yeah. I'd say water and stuff's good. I mean, you always recover though. So
Allegedly.
What the
yeah.
hospital bill looking like?
Expensive.
I don't know. Were there hospitals in medieval times?
To be
Nah, that's
dead.
just death, dog. Ain't no one gonna know how to take care of you.
Oh, this nigga a witch. You done.
Or if you're like with some warriors, he can't fight, might as well die.
Yeah. I don't know. Elements is cool, maybe, but I'll go with the learn the previous skill.
That's a solid ability. All right, last one on the first round. You can teleport within 1,000 meter radius with 2 second cooldown, or you can teleport but only where you've thrown an object in the last few seconds.
Meter for the show.
Yeah. The 2 second cooldown, baby.
I like my versatility. I'm going with mine.
You can't throw that far, dog.
Hey
Until
man, but I'm just saying, like, all right. Hypothetically speaking, let's say you have 2 ninja stars, right? You throw one into someone and then one behind them, and then boom, swap. Now you're behind the guy with a blade, a knife, or a sword, whatever weapon you want to carry. Or you need
You
this.
lost your ninja star. Now you
It's all.
stuck with one.
Hey man, it'd be like that.
or I could hit you with a big bang attack and area of effect. You can't go nowhere.
It'd be
Your
like
ninja
that.
star's in your
Listen, I
pocket.
like mine. Damn it, I already lost. Let me have it.
Ninja star ain't too good now.
Motherfucker said big bang attack.
Yeah,
And I said
I could
nothing about
throw
key.
I could throw a bomb. Let me throw a ninja bomb. Bow, you dead. Throwing
Right in the
right at your,
kisser.
your yeah your shuriken blowing up.
Man, can't have
Can't do
nothing in
nothing.
this podcast. All right. First match in round 2, the lightning ability in all forms, but you're solar charged. Or be the perfect warrior, but you can't feel happiness of any kind.
I'm gonna go
Lightning
with
all day.
that. I go with that lightning ability.
Yeah.
I like feeling.
Yeah.
All right. Second match. Can control shadows, but can never be in the sun. Start and stop time, but each time you do, it takes a day off your lifespan. See,
Yeah, I would say it just depends on if you want to live.
it depends on how long you
Uh,
want to live.
yeah.
And like, you
Shadows.
actually don't know when your lifespan ends.
What if you carry around like an umbrella or something? You be straight,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Theoretically, yeah. There's ways to be out there without.
That's what dudes doing Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I was going with shadows anyway.
So yeah, shadows is a easier one.
Was that a vote, Irby?
It's the Pope Catholic.
Sure.
Does he like boys?
Whoa. Yeah, it sounds like a third yes.
Yeah, it was the shadows.
Oh my god. Super strength and you're immortal, or X-ray vision with your eyes burning in the process, and then you get a cooldown. I think I'm gonna go with immortality right
strength.
here.
I was gonna go with the X-ray vision.
That's cool. That's I don't
Yeah.
even blame you for that.
Shoot.
Kind of tough.
Can learn any skill by watching, but you always forget the previous skill. You can teleport within 1,000 meter radius with 2 second cooldown. But you know what? If you're the first guy, you can
Skill.
just copy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the teleport anyway.
All right. Semifinals. Lightning ability in all forms but your solar charge. Or you can control shadows but can never be in the sun. How did I know these two would end up facing each other at some point?
You set it up this way.
Yes, sir.
What? What? They were like basically an opposite.
No,
No,
you put total opposite type matches.
Man, listen.
There's only one similar one. That was the last one, and you did that on purpose.
I'm going shadows.
lightning.
Yeah, I'm gonna do lightning.
Damn,
Yeah, because
my shadow.
if I do a solar flare, you dead.
But you can't do a solar flare.
You can. It's lightning. Light, sun. I can
True.
create a whole
I feel like that's
bright orb.
I don't know enough about the elements, but I feel like that's different.
It's not.
It hurts to look at lightning if you're close to it.
Hey,
Yeah, it's just a bright flash. So it's kind of like
did you say
light.
final flash?
No, I said light
Wow.
flash.
My bad. All right, so super strength,
Lock this man up.
but you're immortal, and then can learn any skill by watching, but you always forget the previous. I feel like,
I feel like you can't learn to be immortal though.
yeah, that's true.
I,
That's true.
I feel like it's something inherently that you have.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd rather learn skills and forget them.
that's why I was
Basically,
it's like,
strong,
yeah,
yeah,
you can't. It can't beat immortality, but you
Yeah, that's
can't
what
really
I'm
beat
saying.
learning every skill you need in life.
Yeah. So that's why I was saying like it because you used in the last match. You're like, oh, I'll just copy the skill that's across from me, and that's how y'all won that one. But I'm saying I'm saying you can't copy immortality for this one. So
I don't want to live that long, bro.
So who else picked what?
I picked the skill.
Irby?
If I
they
watch
give me super strength, baby.
Bet Irby rather live forever.
I don't want to live.
I can't lie, it's a hard pick for me.
Probably the skill.
Yeah,
I would have picked the teleportation one, but you're like, I'll just copy the skill. And so, this one's gonna win by default.
no.
I don't know. It's coming up against a interesting. All right, let's do the runner-up. Can control shadows, but can never be in the sun, or super strength with you're immortal.
I'm gonna go with shadows.
I feel like shadows would be more fun than living forever.
I agree.
I mean, you could be able to see all the ways technology advances, and who knows? Maybe by then they'll create cortical stacks where people's consciousness get transferred into bodies where they'll live forever. So you wouldn't always be alone. A little sci-fi for you.
I got a little too deep for me. I'm not high enough for that conversation.
You've never been high enough for anything.
Exactly.
Damn.
So well then.
All right. To determine the winner and second place holder, lightning ability in all forms, but you're solar charged, or can learn any skill by watching, but you forget the previous. I think in hindsight, that skill one in the bottom didn't have a big enough drawback.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think that's a big enough drawback.
Wow.
It's gonna win. I'm just questioning the
Well,
debuff.
I mean, for me, it's the lightning ability,
Yeah.
but it's for this simple reason. Like, so, I mean, the lightning
Convince me,
could
Irby.
defeat.
Convince me. Go ahead.
So the lightning could defeat the previous skill because it has all sorts of forms, right? So let's just say I blind you, and then for the sake of argument, I create a lightning spear, and while you're blinded, you can't see that new skill. So you're only blinding. So the only thing you'd be doing would be blinding me, but I could throw a lightning spear at you and kill you.
So my thing is with the learning skill thing. You can perfect it, but that doesn't mean you know how to use it. I mean, it doesn't mean you're
You can copy it, but doesn't mean you can perfect it. Is that what you meant to say?
No, you can perfect it, but you're not
Proficient in it quickly.
yeah,
Is what
right.
you're trying to say, yeah.
Right. So
Oh.
there's a downfall in learning it, but you just learned it. So you might know all the skills, but you don't know how to use it. That's like you starting off in the game, you have all the fucking skills, the end game skills, and it's like, oh shit, I got this big ass bomb.
3 hours
It's a
later,
10
game
second
tells you how to
cooldown.
block.
Right. You don't know how to
Yeah.
block, you don't know how to fight. You're just learning the game, but you have the skill.
So whereas I think, and like I feel more inclined to like debate on this one because it's the winner. It's gonna be the winner of this. Um, the lightning ability in all forms, as long as you have the sun charge, you can essentially like be as fast as lightning and shit like that, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Throw lightning bolts and like and all of it kind of like varies on like how much energy you use. But like
Yeah.
I guess the real question in this matter was like what determines your limit in energy? Like
And that's what the other wouldn't know. But for my sake, I would rather learn more skills and forget than just have one ability. But if they were fighting, the lightning user would probably win because he knows his ability.
oh yeah, he'd probably
And
end it like in a flash.
yeah, because he knows what to use against his own body. He's vulnerable to his skills, so he knows what he will lose to. But for the sake of tournament, I want more skills, and I want to look at something I want to learn. But I'd rather forget it than just to have that one skill.
See, and like to be fair, we've been going with like what we rather have, and the lightning ability would force me into the sun just to like get a charge, and I don't like being in the sun at all.
You, yeah. I love me the sun, baby.
Like
Well, I feel like it's for me it's the versatility, like the locomotion of like lightning. You be able to do all sorts of s- stuff. Like you can like get around. You can move.
oh yeah,
I
so
mean,
like I think of
it
Killua, I think of like Kakashi, I think of other like ways lightning has been used.
like I could essentially like tap my computer and then go through like the lightning waves as lightning, like the current, and get wherever I want to get in an instant.
Thing is,
it's the drawback for me, bro. It's the
you
sun.
Yeah.
you don't lose any energy, nigga. It's the sun. Like you can sit outside for one day and you probably be charged for a fucking year.
Well, I'm liking it's like solar panels or like for the sake of this one, we can say your energy input is like Naruto's chakra mode. Like essentially, like you could build up a large reserve, but
You're not gonna
Depending on
use
how
all
you
that in one
use it, it
sitting.
could run out, and then like
yeah,
you ever tried like charging your phone with a shitty ass charger and like you were stuck on like it take like 8 hours to charge. Like essentially, I think
It
if
ain't
you
the sun.
yeah.
I don't know, what if
But
it's not a hot day?
I
What if
mean,
it's cloudy?
heat
You can
has
always
nothing to
travel.
do with it. No, the sun's always out. It's just a matter do you see the sun or not.
You can always
Like
travel, get to a lighter area.
yeah,
Or
with enough charges you have. Like like when it's even when it's cloudy, the sun's out because I have like the UV changing glasses, so but they get dim even on cloudy days when I'm outside.
All right, but
So,
why do I feel like
even
even
nighttime, the
though
moon.
why do I
but
feel like even
nighttime,
though
it's not out.
why do I feel like even though Pete made a choice, he's trying to convince me to go to lightning?
No, I'm trying to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, you could learn new skills, but I just like the lightning ability myself because essentially it's like teleportation too, and the other stuff, and it's an element. But yeah, that's me. I like the lightning.
All right, so it's specifically 1-1 with me to split, right?
Yeah, split that thing on down the middle. Or we could just have,
A
I
draw.
think, was it the second time in the history of the tournament, a draw.
Because I feel like the lightning ability appeals to me more. Like, I'd rather be a master of like anything lightning related, but like it's that sun. It's the sun that kills it for me.
You can go out at nighttime.
You wouldn't gain as much energy at night though.
Wear some shades.
No, I'm just saying, like, because I mean, even there's still because what the sun reflects off the moon, so there's still a semblance of light, but you're not going to be getting your battery fuller in a sense at night.
I mean,
Could you get more efficient with your output? Like, could you learn to control your voltage usage and like maximize efficiency?
Sky's the limit.
I would say
Sky's the limit.
I would say yeah, for the purpose of this, yeah, because it's like, because I was thinking like essentially, I thought that like the progression would be like when you're younger, you're like you could hold like an A battery charge or triple A battery charge, and you go up to C and then D, and then like you eventually get to like a car battery, and then you get to like a bus battery, and then like you just work your way up through like the battery cycle.
Because it's not even like a factor of like, oh, do I want this ability or that ability? It's more so like, am I okay with that drawback? Do I want to depend on the sun?
As long as it doesn't explode, you'd be good. Which I think they said the sun's supposed to explode in like a couple billion years.
I think you guys severely underestimate how much I don't like going outside.
Oh, I know you don't like going outside.
Ah, man.
Yeah. We just call it a draw. Call it a day.
No. I will pick. I probably won't. We can call it a draw.
I think they're both equally
I mean,
good because it's both.
Yeah, they're both good.
I'm okay with a draw. I'm alright with a draw. I think these are probably the most versatile and like the best of the three. Again, that in hindsight, that ability to learn shit, I don't think forgetting the previous one was much of a drawback.
Yeah, he could have told me, dog. I thought that was a crazy drawback.
You think so? I don't know. Irby, what do you think?
Yeah.
For me, I would have said
the next second, if you want to do something else, you forget completely the last one.
For me, I would have said something along the lines like you learn the skill, but then you forget it in 30 minutes, or you forget it. You have 5 minutes to finish your skill, or whatever. That's what I probably would have did something like that myself.
I already had the worst skill in there, so
yeah,
I tanked enough.
I mean, like you can get a skill, then you can forget it in like 5 minutes. It's kind of like I think 30 minutes might have been the tops, or like you can learn a skill, but like it maxes out at 30. So like I could learn your like lightning, and then like if you show me a water skill, I can forget the lightning and learn, but then like the timer for that one goes back to like 5 minutes.
I think this might be the first time we ended up in like all of us had something in the top 3, which is actually like the top 2 because you guys tied. And that means I'm not third. I'm second. Hey.
No, they do it. They do it third anyway.
Nah, it's fine. I would have gladly took my shadow ability over both of those. Just putting that out there.
I don't know.
I vamp.
Yeah, you vampire.
You know what I'm saying?
Shadows is cool and all, but it's like
you could teleport with the shadow. You can like go into your own shadow and come out of another shadow.
Essentially, it's the dark version of electricity one.
And it doesn't involve the sun. I'm good with that.
I like being outside.
I'd say you might have a vitamin D deficiency.
You think so?
You don't get no sun. You need.
Bro, I work in the sun, man.
D.
I get too much sun.
Yeah, it's a difference though. Like doing stuff you enjoy, because
I don't drink orange juice.
do you say playing tennis in the sun?
See, I would play tennis, but I don't have no one to play tennis with.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not that you don't enjoy the sun. It's just you don't have any activities that you want to do in the sun.
No, that's a false statement. It's just that some of the activities I do enjoy doing, I have to be in the sun.
Nah.
If I could play tennis indoors, I'd be playing tennis indoors.
Yeah, we got an indoor tennis court.
I do
here.
not.
Yeah, I think you gotta be a member though and sign up for it. I haven't played there in years.
If the community pool right across the way right here was indoors, I might have went for the first time in the last 2 years.
Man, I love me some swimming.
Or pools of doo doo.
You said what?
Yeah, indoor pools of doo doo.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. I mean, I like swimming at the. I used to swim at the Y or the JCC had a nice pool.
MCA, it's fun to stay
Yeah,
down.
I got that free week membership. That's nice. They had a sauna room and everything. Indoor whirlpool. I was like, oh yeah, my muscles are rejuvenating. I'm immortal now.
All right, fellas. Well, this was actually a really, really interesting tournament. Irby, come up with the next one, man. This one was a really interesting one.
Yeah, you can't rush creative juices. I don't know, man.
No
We'll
rush. You got
see.
10 weeks.
Maybe 10 weeks. I'm not even
Sheesh.
remember in 10 weeks.
Time is flying.
What do you
Time
mean?
flies. Your life's falling apart.
I felt like I did this a couple weeks ago.
Nah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a minute.
I know.
Yeah. Time does like I like that saying to me is like really interesting. People were like, "Time flies." And it's like, actually, you just don't remember much of what happens throughout the days.
Oh,
Yeah,
it flies.
I remember a whole bunch of stuff. Well, it's funny you mentioned the time because there's not actually like 24 hours in a day. It's like 23 and like 0.75 or something. That's where we get the leap year. And I know sometimes I'll be looking at a clock and I'll look and it's like 9, and then like I'll look down and I'll look back up and then it's like 9:03. So I'm like, huh.
I
And
have
like I know
moments like that.
yeah, like I know I haven't did anything. Like I looked away and then looked back and then they moved. So I was like, huh, that's time just skipping ahead. And
See,
then it makes you think you're crazy, like, oh man, it's going too fast. But
my moments like that are in the morning when I'm trying to get up.
that's because you be sleepy. But I'm talking about like
No,
actual
I know what
times
you
when
mean.
you
Yeah, I
be,
know what you mean.
yeah, you be
Hit that alarm
working.
about 20 times.
Yeah,
I have to like when I get up, I have to start playing music so I have an accurate way to tell how much time passed by.
yeah. That's how I do it.
Because I feel like I can have one thought in my head when I get up, and 5 minutes goes by. I'm like, bro, all I did was think I should get up, and it's
Yeah.
9:05.
You know what help you get up?
Being late.
A
That'll help me get up.
dog. No, a dog will help you get up.
Nah, dog, chill, chill. I don't got time to. I would love a dog, but I don't got the time.
Because every time I get up, she start. I'm like, oh, I was like, it's 6:30. I know you want to get up now. Let's go. She go to whining and then jumping on and off the bed and pawing at me. I'm like, all right, let's go, girl.
All
That's
right.
just another
Um,
child.
It is just another child.
my ass is freaking tired. Does anyone have anything anime related they would like to say?
Um, Let me see.
Let
Check
me
out
clear my
Dororo.
throat.
Dope. Dope anime.
Dopey at the dopest.
I think that's
Dope
it.
with dope.
All right. Can I just say Tokyo Revengers just pissed me off with how short these chapters are?
Uh,
It's
I'm
like,
trying to
okay, fight.
but it's like it's fire and then it stopped. They give you like a quick second. Oh shit, they about to
Bro,
bust it open.
I swear, if
Look,
the fight between Takamichi and Mikey starts and ends in that next chapter, I'm still gonna
That's
support it, but like, I'm gonna be mad about it.
it's going to happen that way.
they're gonna talk the whole next chapter and that's it.
And then the other chapter, oh my god, I just
I feel like there's gonna be so many interruptions.
I just don't understand why the creator is doing it that way. It was like you had good content, and then we got to this final thing, and like it's all just like, oh, here's their fight. Okay, chapter's over. Here's their fight. Okay, chapter's over. Here's their fight. Chapter's over. So okay.
Yeah.
I mean, for that you
We
could have
got-
put
we
like
got
2 fights
spoiled.
in there.
We got spoiled.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. Irby, you start solo yet? Solo leveling?
Nah, not yet. I did get a free email thing. It's like, oh, start up Audible for 3 months.
Let me tell you how disappointing that preview is.
Oh my god, yo, Irby,
That was
what?
so disappointing.
Irby, did I not go off when I saw the trailer?
You did.
I was like,
I'm
what the
like, yo,
fuck was that?
they brought it up. They brought it up.
Yeah, they just took a whole bunch of fan-made
The hell?
fucking pictures
Right.
and panels and added some fucking effects.
They put gifs in there.
I hated it. I hated it so much. I'm like, bro, I swear to God, do
What if
something.
they did it like that though?
I would cry. I would cry, and I would never watch the anime again. I'll just
Animated
read
panels.
it again. I'll read it again.
Dang.
I will willingly go on my phone and manually read it, and then watch that. I'd rather watch
That's
Boruto.
terrible.
I'll read Boruto again.
You won't. You
I will.
lying. Nah,
Mark
you
my
lying.
words, on the 70th episode of Irbal Sinergy, if solo leveling is nothing but animated slides, I will start reading Boruto again.
Jeez. My boy Irons is back though. All
Yo,
hell
don't mark that down. I don't want to read Boruto. Stop.
I know you don't. I know you was
I don't want to
lying.
read that shit.
Lying.
Just let me know when it gets
Lying.
good, Irby. I'll read then.
Nah, you ain't gonna read then.
Every time
You
I
never
go
read.
into it, it's just a lot of talking. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I saw another preview. Somebody acting in Naruto's place or something, or is it like a?
I feel like that was
player?
when I feel like that was when Konohamaru took over for Naruto during the thing. When he got knocked out by
Show or something.
yeah. I feel like it was like backwards filler.
Backwards filler.
Yeah, like, oh, remember that time when Himawari knocked you out? Haha, yeah, I remember that. I was out for 3 days.
Shit.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I don't keep up with that. Reading's a way better option
Yeah.
because it's
Well,
gets to the
the show is
point.
just like constant filler. It's just filler upon filler upon
It
filler.
is. And I don't know why they're doing it like that.
You
They're
can make
they're
a whole
ruining.
separate show with the amount of filler they have done.
They have like
Keep it
200
up.
episodes. Yeah, it's 200 episodes of nothing. Well, not 200, but like let's say 150 episodes of nothing.
It was like, and granted, I did enjoy reading Boruto more than I enjoyed watching, but then like it slowed down and like I lost interest. But like when I did start watching it or reading it, the amount of shit that I watched that wasn't actually a part of the story was like, it was just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, if you spent as much time just not cutting shit out, you wouldn't need so much filler.
Just watching this made me mad. 'Cause I'm like, there's no point in this. Like,
Well, that's the
this,
thing about filler I don't understand. Like, you cut shit from the manga that you don't feel is important, but then make episodes that aren't important at all.
yeah, like the like Denki's not even supposed to be there. like like they kind of just did it. Like he wasn't in the movie, he wasn't in the stuff, and then like they just like, oh, let me pop and make this kid, and then now he's like a staple of the thing. Like, come on,
I don't know, man. I
what
will
is
never
y'all doing,
understand
baby?
that. If I have any control over, like, if my book ever got animated, I would at least put some fire fucking filler out there. You know what I mean?
I don't
So if
know,
we're gonna put a
dog.
filler episode, let's make this shit like fucking crazy. Let's put some action in this shit that just doesn't actually happen.
All you need is a harem filler. That's all you need.
I don't even know.
Maybe in
about
the other
that.
story, maybe not you, maybe not the angel story, maybe the other one. I don't know.
No filler.
Yeah.
If you gotta wait 2 weeks to make the
Mr.
next
Devil got it.
episode, yeah,
I mean, yeah, I
Wait.
wouldn't.
3 weeks.
I still don't know what like how much content my shit actually translates to, but like I wouldn't mind short seasons. Like if it ends short, I'd rather like so like a normal season for anime is like 13 episodes. I'd rather end on 10 episodes and like have some fire shit all 10. You know what I mean?
Well,
12.
Some of them were 12, some of them were 13. If it's 13, I think they do like where the battle kind of finishes up towards the end, and then they do the aftermath on the 13th.
Yeah,
No,
not that fucking Shield Hero shit. Let me tell you that much.
I was literally about to say that shit was trash.
Yo, I never felt like I wasted 23, 24 minutes of my life. So
Nigga, I skipped that shit. I skipped to make sure I wanted what it was, and it was what it was. And I turned that shit off.
I didn't skip it. I actually watched it.
No, sir.
Yeah, I watched it.
It was just on in the background for me.
I was
like,
just wondering if like something interesting was gonna happen eventually.
yeah, I just popped an eye out. I was like, oh, okay.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
I think there was another Spy Family episode, Irby.
No, they just released the dub out.
Aw,
Yeah, I checked. I was like, oh yeah, no, it's just
Aw.
Penguin Park.
that's Pete, are you watching Classroom of the Elite? I think you even recommended that at some point.
Yeah, the first episode was kind of weird, but the first episode of the second season.
The second one isn't any less weird. I just watched it after work.
Okay. It's a lot of talking.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of talking.
My man Ayano Koji, I think his name is. Ayano Koji. He's got the IQ though.
Don't mess with that guy. That's a skill where you don't feel any emotion.
The Senji ability.
Perfect warrior.
Perfect.
But you don't feel shit. That nigga don't feel shit.
You know what? Whatever.
Yeah. It'd be
All
like
right.
that though.
Well, that's going to wrap it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, share. We're on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, other multiple podcast streaming devices. Spotify is one of them. There is another one, but what's another big one?
Stitcher.
Whatever. All right. Yep, that's it. Peace.
Peace.